Howdy. I'm in the middle of the Nevada desert somewhere between Wells and Wendover. Going south, sort of. 5,900 feet. Anyway, this video is about UFOs. I always talk about the big picture. So you look at the big picture with UFOs, UAPs. For years, it was always, it's been an obsession, a kind of a kitschy thing for people. TV shows, movies have been made about it. And for decades, me growing up, you'd have people come out, the hardcore groups say aliens are around, UFOs are around, and depending on your perspective, they were laughed off as conspiracy theorists or taken seriously and saying the government's trying to control the outflow of information and they don't want people to know about it. It's too much for them, etc., blah, blah, blah. Well, the last 10 years, things have slowly started to open up about it. And the last 3 years, especially, the flow of UFOs, UAPs has really been starting to open up. The government actually acknowledging, the Pentagon in congressional hearings acknowledging they have extracted remains of UFO crashes, but also have seen them. There's people that are going as far as saying that aliens do exist and they're living among us. The technology's there, it's just been hidden. So we have a bigger picture disclosure coming out from UFOs. Now, accelerated even more this last year, we're seeing a lot more, and also add to the fact that the last 2 decades, we've had social media really take a climb, so it's hard to really censor and keep things off social media. So it's gained quite a following. People do their own thing. They quit listening to the government. They're gonna explore down rabbit holes, just like everything, just like we do. But the last 2 years, we've really started to see a rise in activity of UFOs in the sky, UAPs. And people with cameras are getting it, they're posting it up, and this last year, it's really started to accelerate. So we see an actual, if you look at the timeline, there's actually an acceleration of disclosure and things being known about UFOs, intelligent life other than ours, aliens. There was a big video posted, I think a couple days ago, I haven't looked at it all, from California of about 6 UFOs, and it was seen by quite a few people. We're seeing a lot of that in Mexico and other parts of the world now. So my point to all this is keep an eye out, but there's going to be an even more, this is what I believe, based on everything I've researched and heard about. Now we're to an inflection point of it's going to be a lot more UFO sightings. People are going to, UFO, not just one person, one blinky object, or bright, sort of discernible object in the sky. This is going to be lots of people witnessing events that are actually, the ships or whatever you want to call them will be clearer and not just obscured, and that's going to really start happening. People are going to start posting more and more on social media, Rumble, YouTube, and it's going to really start to accelerate through December. This is going to cause a frenzy with a lot of certain sectors of our society. The landings, things like that, I don't believe are going to happen quite yet, but it's down the road. But there's going to be encounters by like farmers coming out with their shotgun and landings. And anyway, this is going to be happening, so keep an eye out on this. The timeline should be, I'm fairly certain it's this next 6 months we're going to see a real acceleration in activity in both videos, encounters, maybe possibly landings. What does this do? Also, on the bigger picture, once people start to see this, once proof starts coming out that there's actually UFOs that aren't man-made, not reverse engineered based on crash sites, but actual alien technology with the aliens along with it. What do you think about it? It's going to completely destroy a lot of the narratives and a lot of what we as a society have believed for thousands of years, hundreds of years. Let's take religion, for example. That's going to affect it. The narrative that's been designed about government, all sorts of things, from history to geology to where we were created, to how we were created. I'm not saying this is all good, but this is the beginning of information busting holes wide in a lot of things that we've been taught to accept as fact. Einstein's theory of relativity, Einstein in particular. all this stuff's going to be blown out of the water. It's going to take a lot of people off guard. Of course, undoing all this stuff that we've learned for decades is going to take years, but we're in disclosure phase. We're in exposure phase and disclosure phase. So these are all things to keep an eye out. I'll keep this video to just for UFOs only. So keep your eyes in the sky. Nanu nanu, live long and prosper. I'm making fun of it, but I'm relatively serious about what's coming up. All right, bye.